In comparison to men, most women are very reserved when it comes to expressing sexual attraction. Although they enjoy sexual relationships as much as men, they can often feel isolated or rejected when sharing their feelings or sexual desires. Another reason why women do not openly express their sexual desire to men they like is that they feel they can create a stronger connection or feeling by subtly expressing themselves through signals. Feeling loved and desired by men makes them feel sexier. Many women often choose to express their romantic interest in a subtle manner for various reasons. This indirect approach can stem from societal expectations, personal comfort levels, or a desire to gauge the other person's feelings without risking overt rejection. Additionally, subtlety allows women to maintain a sense of mystery and allure, which can be more intriguing to potential partners. This nuanced method of communication can pose challenges, particularly for men who may not be attuned to picking up these delicate signals. The subtleties can range from lingering glances and light touches to more complex body language and conversational cues, all of which require a keen sense of awareness to interpret accurately. Failing to recognize these signals at the right moment can lead to missed opportunities and potential misunderstandings. For many men, this can result in being unintentionally categorized as just another friend rather than a romantic interest. This phenomenon is not uncommon, with studies suggesting that nearly 90% of men struggle to accurately read the nonverbal cues that women use to express affection or a desire for intimacy. This inability to decipher these signs can cause frustration and confusion for both parties, ultimately hindering the development of a deeper, more intimate connection. To avoid such pitfalls, it is essential for men to educate themselves on the various signs of sexual attraction that women might exhibit. By understanding these indicators, men can respond appropriately and foster a mutual sense of attraction and desire. These signs can include a range of behaviors, from prolonged eye contact and playful teasing to more overt actions like physical closeness and mirroring body language. Recognizing and responding to these cues can significantly enhance the likelihood of progressing from friendship to a romantic relationship, creating a foundation for greater intimacy and understanding. Fortunately, there are resources available to help men navigate these complex social interactions. For instance, instructional videos can provide valuable insights into the subtle yet telling signs that indicate a woman's interest in becoming more intimate. In such videos, experts often share foolproof signals that women give when they want to take a relationship to a more intimate level. By paying attention to these 5 key signs, men can become more adept at reading the language of attraction, thereby improving their chances of building a meaningful and passionate connection with their romantic interests. Let's get started right now together. 1. She touches you constantly. Physical touch is one of the most apparent indicators of sexual attraction and can be considered a robust sign of physical desire. When a woman feels a strong attraction towards a man, she will likely initiate physical contact in various ways, such as touching his hands, legs, or face. This behavior indicates that she feels comfortable, safe, and drawn to him. As her sense of security and confidence grows in his presence, her inclination to be physically close to him also increases, thereby intensifying her emotional and sexual attraction. This subconscious response often manifests as gentle touches and caresses, signaling her genuine interest and desire. Initially, the physical contact may be subtle and seemingly casual. She might start by lightly brushing her fingers against his during a conversation or playfully touching his arm while sharing a joke. These seemingly innocent gestures are her way of testing the waters, gauging his response, and building a connection. Each touch, no matter how slight, serves as a building block in establishing a deeper level of intimacy and attraction. As the comfort level between them grows, the frequency and intensity of these touches often increase. She may begin to touch his arm more frequently, perhaps while laughing at his jokes or making a point during a conversation. This behavior is a clear indication that she feels a connection and is becoming more comfortable with physical closeness. It's a natural progression from initial lighter touches to more significant and prolonged contact. When a woman feels a heightened sense of attraction, her touches may become more intimate. She might place her hand on his thigh during a conversation or gently caress his chest or neck. These gestures are more deliberate and signal a deeper level of desire and attraction. Such intimate touches are a strong indicator that she feels a strong physical and emotional connection, and her desire to be close to him is growing. Furthermore, touch is a powerful tool for communication, often conveying emotions that words cannot. When a woman uses touch to express her attraction, she is engaging in a non-verbal form of communication that can be even more telling than spoken words. This form of communication is often more genuine and heartfelt, reflecting her true feelings and desires. Statistically, research has shown that touch can significantly enhance the feeling of connection and intimacy between individuals. Studies suggest that physical touch releases oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, which fosters feelings of bonding and attachment. This biological response explains why touch is such a critical component in the development of romantic and sexual relationships. It's important to note that everyone's comfort level with touch varies, and not all physical contact signifies sexual attraction. However, when combined with other signs of interest, frequent and intentional touching is a strong indicator of her desire. Paying attention to these cues can provide valuable insights into her feelings and intentions. In summary, when a woman frequently touches a man, especially in more intimate areas like the legs, chest, neck, or face, it is a powerful sign of her sexual attraction and desire. This behavior reflects her growing comfort and confidence in his presence and her desire to establish a deeper physical and emotional connection. Understanding and reciprocating these signals can help foster a mutual attraction and strengthen the bond between them. Jessica had known Mark for a few months now. They first met at a mutual friend's birthday party, and since then, they often found themselves hanging out within the same social circles. Jessica always found Mark charming and attractive, but she had been cautious about revealing her feelings too soon. However, over the past few weeks, her attraction to him had grown stronger, and she began to feel more confident about expressing it. One Friday evening, they both attended a small gathering at their friend Lisa's apartment. The cozy atmosphere, filled with laughter and casual conversations, made Jessica feel particularly at ease. She noticed that Mark was seated on a couch, engaged in a lively discussion about their favorite TV shows. As she walked over to join him, she felt a flutter of excitement. Taking a seat next to Mark, Jessica felt an immediate rush of warmth. She started by casually brushing her fingers against his. When they both reached for the same snack, Mark glanced at her and smiled, a spark of recognition in his eyes encouraging Jessica. She allowed her hand to linger a bit longer than necessary before pulling it away. Throughout the evening, their conversation flowed effortlessly. They joked about the latest episode of their favorite show, and as Jessica laughed, she lightly touched Mark's forearm, her fingers grazing his skin. It felt natural, almost instinctive. Mark didn't pull away. Instead, he leaned in closer, clearly enjoying the attention. As the night wore on, the group decided to play a board game. Jessica and Mark found themselves seated next to each other again. Whenever Mark made a funny comment or a clever move, Jessica would playfully pat his knee or nudge his shoulder. Each touch seemed to draw them closer, building a bridge of familiarity and comfort. At one point, Mark made a particularly witty remark that had everyone in stitches. Jessica, unable to contain her laughter, placed her hand on his thigh, squeezing it lightly. This time, Mark responded by covering her hand with his, giving it a gentle squeeze in return. The touch sent a pleasant shiver up Jessica's spine, and she knew Mark felt it too by the way he glanced at her, his eyes twinkling with interest. Later in the evening, as the group started to disperse, Jessica and Mark found themselves alone on the balcony, enjoying the cool night air. They stood close, their shoulders brushing against each other. Jessica felt a mix of excitement and nervousness, but she didn't shy away. She took a deep breath and turned to face him, her hand instinctively reaching up to brush an imaginary piece of lint from his chest. Mark looked down at her hand and then back into her eyes, a slow smile spreading across his face. He gently took her hand in his, holding it against his chest for a moment before interlacing their fingers. The gesture felt intimate and reassuring. Feeling emboldened, Jessica moved her other hand to his neck, lightly tracing her fingers along his skin. Mark's breath hitched slightly, and he closed the distance between them, his free hand resting on her waist. Their faces were just inches apart now, and Jessica could feel the magnetic pull between them. Finally, Mark leaned in and whispered, "I've wanted to do this for a while." Jessica smiled and closed her eyes as he softly kissed her, the culmination of their unspoken attraction and the evening's shared touches. The kiss was tender and filled with promise, a testament to the connection they had built through their physical contact. In the days that followed, their relationship blossomed. The initial touches that Jessica had initiated had paved the way for a deeper connection, allowing them both to express their feelings openly. What started as casual, seemingly innocent touches had evolved into a meaningful relationship built on mutual attraction and affection. Sure, here's the continuation from the second sign. 2. She always talks about intimacy. When a woman feels a strong sexual attraction towards you, one of the most telling signs is her tendency to steer conversations towards intimacy. This behavior is not random, it's a deliberate way to gauge your interest, build a connection, and ignite fantasies about being intimate together. She might bring up topics related to relationships, physical affection, or even subtly hint at her own desires. Pay close attention to how she phrases her questions and responses. Does she ask about your past relationships? Is she curious about your preferences when it comes to physical touch or intimacy? These are subtle cues that she's exploring the possibility of a deeper connection with you. Jessica often found herself subtly steering conversations with Mark towards topics of intimacy. During their late-night conversations, she would casually ask about his views on relationships or share her thoughts on what makes a relationship fulfilling. She was interested in understanding his perspective and also signaling her own openness to exploring intimacy with him. Mark noticed these conversations becoming more frequent and personal, which hinted at Jessica's growing interest in him beyond friendship. Women who are attracted to you will often use conversation as a tool to establish emotional intimacy. They may share personal stories or experiences that reveal their vulnerabilities and desires. By opening up in this way, they hope to create a deeper connection and encourage reciprocity from you. When a woman feels comfortable discussing intimate topics with you, it's a clear indication that she sees you as more than just a friend. In addition to verbal cues, pay attention to her body language during these conversations. Does she maintain eye contact? Does she lean in closer or touch you lightly? These nonverbal signals complement her verbal expressions of interest and can provide valuable insights into her level of attraction. Jessica, for example, would often lean forward slightly when discussing personal topics with Mark, her eyes locking onto his as she shared her thoughts. She wanted him to know that she trusted him with her feelings and that she was interested in exploring a deeper connection with him. Her body language mirrored her verbal cues, creating a cohesive message of attraction and emotional openness. 3. She initiates physical contact. Physical touch is a powerful form of communication, especially when it comes to expressing attraction. If a woman is interested in you romantically, she may initiate physical contact in subtle ways to gauge your response and establish a connection. This could range from light touches on the arm or shoulder to more intimate gestures like holding your hand or playing with your hair. For Jessica, initiating physical contact with Mark was a way to bridge the gap between friendship and romantic interest. During their outings together, she would often find excuses to touch his arm while laughing at his jokes or gently brush her fingers against his during casual conversations. These small, intentional touches were her way of signaling her attraction and desire for a closer connection. Pay attention to how she reacts when you reciprocate her physical gestures. Does she lean into your touch? Does she smile or blush when you hold her hand? These responses can indicate her level of comfort and interest in taking the relationship to a more intimate level. By reciprocating her physical contact in a respectful and attentive manner, you can deepen the connection and create a sense of mutual attraction. Physical touch also plays a significant role in building trust and intimacy between two people. When a woman feels comfortable initiating and receiving physical contact with you, it signifies a growing bond and mutual attraction. It's important to respect her boundaries and respond to her cues in a way that fosters a sense of security and connection. Jessica's confidence in initiating physical contact with Mark grew over time, reflecting her increasing comfort and attraction towards him. Their interactions became more tactile, with both of them finding comfort in the warmth of each other's touch. These moments of physical closeness laid the foundation for a deeper emotional connection and paved the way for more intimate moments between them. For she compliments you frequently. Compliments are a common way for women to express their attraction and admiration towards someone they like. If a woman frequently compliments you on your appearance, personality, or achievements, it's often a sign that she finds you attractive and values your presence in her life. Pay attention to the specific qualities or traits she praises, as they can provide valuable insights into what she finds appealing about you. Jessica would often compliment Mark on his sense of humor, his kindness towards others, and even his style of dressing. These compliments were her way of expressing her admiration for him and letting him know that she noticed and appreciated his positive qualities. By acknowledging these aspects of his personality, she hoped to build his confidence and deepen their connection. When a woman compliments you frequently, she is actively seeking to build rapport and create a positive impression. She may use compliments as a way to initiate conversations or as a subtle invitation for you to reciprocate her feelings. By acknowledging and appreciating her compliments in return, you can strengthen the bond between you and create a sense of mutual admiration. 5. She mirrors your actions and gestures. Mirroring is a subconscious behavior that occurs when someone is attracted to you and wants to establish a connection. It involves subtly imitating your body language, gestures, or even speech patterns as a way to create rapport and build rapport. If a woman mirrors your actions and gestures during conversations or interactions, it's often a sign that she feels a connection and is interested in aligning herself with you. Jessica found herself mirroring Mark's actions and gestures during their time together. She would unconsciously mimic his posture, lean in when he leaned in, and even adopt similar facial expressions during their conversations. These subtle mirroring behaviors helped create a sense of unity and understanding between them, reinforcing their mutual attraction and interest in each other. Pay attention to whether she mirrors your movements and gestures during your interactions. Does she laugh when you laugh or smile when you smile? These mirroring behaviors can indicate a deepening connection and a shared sense of rapport. By being aware of these subtle cues, you can enhance communication and strengthen the bond between you and the woman you're attracted to. 6. She initiates deeper conversations. When a woman is interested in you romantically, she will often seek opportunities to engage in deeper conversations that go beyond superficial topics. These conversations may involve discussing personal experiences, sharing aspirations and goals, or exploring philosophical and emotional issues. By initiating these deeper discussions, she hopes to establish a meaningful connection and gain insight into your values and beliefs. Jessica would often initiate conversations with Mark about their future aspirations, their views on relationships, and even their past experiences that shaped who they are today. These discussions allowed her to deepen their emotional connection and understand his perspective on important life topics. By opening up in this way, she hoped to create a foundation for a more intimate and meaningful relationship with him. When a woman initiates deeper conversations with you, it's a clear indication that she values your opinion and wants to build a deeper connection. These conversations provide an opportunity to bond over shared interests, exchange personal insights, and explore mutual goals. By actively participating in these discussions and sharing your thoughts openly, you can strengthen the emotional bond and foster a sense of intimacy. 7. She makes prolonged eye contact. Eye contact is a powerful form of nonverbal communication that can convey attraction, interest, and emotional connection. When a woman is attracted to you, she may make prolonged eye contact as a way to establish intimacy and gauge your reaction. Pay attention to how long she holds your gaze and the emotions reflected in her eyes during these moments. Jessica would often lock eyes with Mark during their conversations, holding his gaze for longer than usual as a way to convey her attraction and interest in him. Their eye contact became a silent language of desire and connection, creating moments of shared intimacy and understanding between them. By maintaining eye contact, she hoped to communicate her feelings and establish a deeper emotional bond with him. When a woman makes prolonged eye contact with you, it's often a sign that she feels a strong connection and is interested in exploring a romantic relationship. These moments of eye contact can create a sense of vulnerability and mutual attraction, deepening the emotional bond between you. By reciprocating her gaze with warmth and sincerity, you can strengthen the emotional connection and create a foundation for a meaningful relationship. 8. She finds reasons to spend time alone with you. When a woman is attracted to you, she will often look for opportunities to spend time alone with you in intimate settings. This could involve inviting you to coffee dates, suggesting movie nights, or planning outings that allow for one-on-one interaction. By seeking out these private moments, she hopes to create a comfortable and relaxed environment where both of you can deepen your connection. Jessica would often invite Mark to join her for coffee or suggest going for walks in the park together. These one-on-one outings provided them with opportunities to engage in meaningful conversations, share personal stories, and build a sense of closeness. By creating these private moments, she hoped to foster a deeper emotional connection and explore the possibility of a romantic relationship with him. When a woman finds reasons to spend time alone with you, it's a clear indication that she enjoys your company and values your presence in her life. These private moments allow for more intimate and personal interactions, creating opportunities to bond and strengthen your connection. By accepting her invitations and actively participating in these outings, you can create a supportive and nurturing environment for your growing relationship. 9. She shows genuine interest in your life. When a woman is attracted to you, she will show genuine interest in your life, including your hobbies, passions, and personal experiences. She may ask thoughtful questions about your interests, listen attentively to your stories, and express curiosity about your goals and aspirations. By demonstrating a sincere interest in getting to know you better, she hopes to build a deeper connection and strengthen your bond. Jessica would often ask Mark about his photography hobby, his career aspirations, and even his favorite childhood memories. She listened attentively to his responses, asking follow-up questions and sharing her own thoughts and experiences. By showing genuine interest in his life, she hoped to create a meaningful connection based on mutual understanding and respect. When a woman shows genuine interest in your life, it's a sign that she values your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. By actively engaging in conversations and sharing personal insights, she demonstrates her desire to build a deeper emotional connection with you. These interactions provide opportunities to bond over shared interests and create lasting memories together. 10. She remembers details about you. When a woman is attracted to you, she will often pay attention to the details of your life and remember important information about you. She may recall your favorite food, remember your birthday, or ask about a recent event you mentioned in passing. By remembering these details, she shows that she cares about your happiness and wants to strengthen your connection by demonstrating her thoughtfulness and attentiveness. Jessica would often surprise Mark with his favorite dessert or send him a thoughtful birthday card on his special day. She remembered small details about his life, such as his favorite music band or a recent trip he had taken, and would bring them up in conversation to show that she was paying attention. By acknowledging these details, she hoped to create moments of joy and connection between them. When a woman remembers details about you, it's a sign that she values your relationship and wants to make you feel appreciated. By demonstrating her thoughtfulness and attentiveness, she strengthens the emotional bond and creates opportunities for deeper connection and intimacy. These small gestures of affection can have a significant impact on building a meaningful and lasting relationship. 11. She expresses vulnerability and openness. When a woman is attracted to you, she will often express vulnerability and openness as a way to create a deeper emotional connection. She may share personal stories, discuss her fears and insecurities, or reveal her dreams and aspirations for the future. By opening up in this way, she hopes to build trust, intimacy, and mutual understanding between you. Jessica would often share her dreams of traveling the world, her insecurities about her career, and her hopes for finding lasting love. She trusted Mark enough to be vulnerable and honest about her feelings, knowing that he would listen without judgment and offer support when needed. By expressing her vulnerability, she hoped to create a deeper emotional connection based on honesty and mutual respect. When a woman expresses vulnerability and openness with you, it's a sign that she values your opinion and wants to build a strong foundation for a meaningful relationship. These moments of honesty and transparency create opportunities for deep conversations and emotional bonding, fostering a sense of trust and intimacy between you. By reciprocating her openness with empathy and understanding, you can strengthen your connection and create a supportive environment for your growing relationship. These signs indicate that a woman is likely interested in developing a deeper relationship with you, moving beyond friendship towards a more intimate connection. Paying attention to these cues and responding with respect and attentiveness can help nurture a meaningful and fulfilling relationship based on mutual attraction and emotional connection.